Hi, my name is Garrett Brenneman, and I am auditioning for your new film, A New Hope. First off, let's start with your questions. So, why do I love acting so much? Well, that's sort of simple for me because I love it because it's ever since I was little. I would say about a month or so old, my parents used me as baby Jesus in the Witness production. And since then, I've had this acting bug that just has not left. And it's grown, and I've realized that for me, it's the fact that I get to take what an author wrote and put into a script and be able to take those words and bring them to life. And not only just portray those words, but the actions and turn that character into something that maybe even the author didn't even realize that character could be. It's just a matter of being able to be something that you're not and making it believable, because you can be anything on camera, anything in a film. And that to me just is exciting. Some of my favorite roles that I've gotten to play would be Brian from a film I did called Urban Legends, which is in production right now. Basically, that one was a feature film, horror film. It was my first one like that. And I played a guy who just got engaged to his fiancée, and they're being stalked in the woods by this crazed maniac. And basically, we're just running for our lives, and I'm having to protect her from this evil, guy called Pumpkin Face. It's extremely scary and was very intense and hard work, but it was so much fun to bring that character to life because I'd never done anything like that before. Another character that was very fun to play would be Charles Condamine in the stage production of Blithe Spirit. That was probably the most extensive work I've ever had to do as a stage actor because he had almost every single line in the whole play, but he also had all this humor about him and seriousness about him, and you had to play him so real. And that was fun getting to play this British character that was being haunted by his dead ex-wife and his current wife who was dead through part of the play. Spoiler alert, sorry. But those two were some of my favorite roles that I've ever had to play. I think a close third to that, or maybe second, if that's what you want to call it, would have to be any of the short films I've really done for UCA. I've done quite a bit. I've done some comedy, drama. I've done a little bit of everything, and I love all of it. So let's see. Okay. Who is your best friend, and what is your favorite story with him/her/them? Well, that's a good question. Buckle up for this one. All right. So my best friend is Danae Harden, and we are acting buddies pretty much. I met her on set of a film together, and ever since then we've just been awesome friends. And so my favorite moment with her is the day that we got to be a part of a commercial shoot for Magic Springs. And that was a day that we kind of got to learn a lot about each other. So I was driving her to the shoot, and we get to the parking lot, and I hadn't been feeling well that day at all. And this is kind of gross, I know, but just bear with me. So we get there, and I'm like, okay, I got to open the door. I'm about to puke. And she's like, no, you're not. And I go, yes, I am. So I open the door, and I let it rip. I just let it rip. She felt so bad for me, and she's like, oh my gosh, you came all this way to get me to go to this shoot, and you're not even feeling well? Oh, I was like, it's okay. I'll make it through it for filming. So we got out of the car, and we get up to the gates, and it's locked. So because we were late, as what seemed to be usual that day. And so she's standing there with me, and we're just kind of waiting to see if someone's going to let us in. So we started talking about just random things, and she was like, you know what? Something that's always bothered me was all those women in the beauty pageants and how they always had to walk. And I go, what do you mean? And she's proceeded to try and show me how they walk gracefully in such ways. She's over there waving her hands and trying to do the walk. And the next thing I know, she trips face down onto the ground. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you okay? And she can't respond. Why? Because she's dying laughing. And I'm just like, I'm too afraid to laugh because, it's my best friend. She just fell on the ground, but she's laughing her butt off. And so I finally try and drag her up. And she just can't stop laughing. And it was the funniest thing for her. And for me, I'm just like still in shock. Are you okay? Are you okay? And so we get in there and finally find out where they're shooting. And so they're shooting stuff at the water park. And so again, Danae decides she's going to get in on with the action with all the kids there at one of the play areas of the water. And I'm standing there next to this big bucket that's about to start dumping water. And so I'm over there going, Danae, come on. The bucket's going to dump. And so she goes to run down this net that she realizes is at a steeper incline than she imagined. And so she trips and tumbles down the net right in front of the cameras and lands towards the ground just as the bucket's about to fall. She gets up and the bucket dumps the water on her head and all of us. And I'm just, at this point, I'm dying. I'm like, I know I shouldn't be laughing, but I can't help it. And I am dying. I'm laughing so hard. And of course, she was laughing too. And the lifeguard was just looking at her and goes, okay, maybe next time you might need to just go down the stairs. And I mean walk, not run. And so basically she just had the biggest moment in front of the cameras, which is the story of our lives pretty much. We usually make the most dramatic entrances in front of the camera. And it was just hilarious. And so looking back at it now, I laugh at everything, including the first time she fell, because she gave me the okay to laugh. And so it was very funny. And even though I wasn't feeling well at all that day, she just helped me to feel like it was the best day ever. I just felt great about that day. And, I wouldn't change anything for anything that day. And so basically, that was my favorite moment with her. And so basically, Danae Harden is my best friend. And so I loved every moment that I had with her. Sorry, this video is pretty long, but you asked the question and you get the real answer. So thank you guys for this opportunity, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye.